again, just always in the pocket, in the groove, enjoying the ride. What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal, Hey Archer. Welcome back to Nerdy Coffee here on Nerd Affiliated. It is Monday morning again. Just keeps on happening. Monday just keeps on showing up. So hopefully all of you have yourself a nice hot cup of brew out of a nice Nerd Affiliated mug. This one courtesy of Sal. And I spilled coffee all over it as I'm looking at it, but it's fine. Links down below for all your cool merch. Here on Nerdy Coffee, we just hang out for 30 minutes, talk about last week's news, talk about some things coming up this week, what grabbed our attention, a little bit more focused than Hey Archer Live or rambling. But Anthony's in the house, so you know what that means. Probably going to ramble anyway. So make sure in the comment section, interact with one another. We've got a YouTube channel, a podcast, a blog, an OnlyFans, a newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be. Hey, I got all 7 this time. I got all 7. Put it in the chat, support one another, plug yo shit. I wonder what else we're getting the last couple times. I can't even remember. But we have a fun show in tuned. I was gonna say installed. What is it? In store. There you go. Wow. See, I gotta finish that coffee. We have a fun show. God damn it. I'm just gonna bring in Anthony. We have a fun show in store for you. Is that correct, Anthony? Did I get it? As he drinks his coffee.
You got it. I can't hold the flub against you.
Yeah, I gotta do that to myself. I'm already on cup number 2.
And
I don't know about you.
I mean, I just started, but as you can see, it's the big Rambling with Anthony mug. So one of these is 2 of yours. So right. There you go. I'm gonna say I'm right over your face. I'm the anonymous one, not you.
Exactly. But hey,
good morning.
First of all, yeah, good morning. Good morning to everybody in the chat. I see Aaron Waller
Yes.
in the house. Sal dropping those links. Got Josh in the house. Yeah, shout out to Legacy on his interviews this week. You see those?
I have to watch those. I have them all queued up. I'm not OCD, but I'm OCD. I had to finish my little thing, my build. So,
yes.
And I just couldn't
tell them what's going on.
So
what are you talking about?
I've definitely not on Sal's level. I'm recovering from a minor surgery, but it's taking forever, and I have no energy. So
you just couldn't let Sal. You just couldn't let Sal have one. You just had to.
Well, no. Mine came first. The complications. I tried to steal Sal's thunder, which again, it really didn't happen, except for that. I guess I lost more blood than Sal. I don't know. But it's a title I wish I didn't hold. Anyway, so I've been recovering, tired as all hell, weak as shit, can't go out really and do anything. I was
we lost him. It says that he muted himself. I'm not sure what he did.
Hello.
He's back.
There we go. Sorry about that. What was the last thing you heard?
It's not that. Where is it? You lost more blood than Sal. I guess it's not that you wanted. It wasn't as urgent.
It wasn't a title I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't an urgent or as a pressing thing as his. And the complication wasn't anything I wanted to happen to steal thunder. And he still won anyway because heart surgery that wins. But anyway, I was gifted a Lego Ecto 1, from Afterlife, and I wish I had got my tax return because I would have definitely done like a time lapse video building it. But just about a week, I think, since I started. I finished it last night, and now I have a Ecto 1 shaped hole in my life because I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah,
I guess I'm gonna have to go back to work, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Work. But so that's what I've been doing, and that concluded last night, and pictures to be uploaded soon. Yeah, and it's damn it, I like making Legos, so this could spell a financial issue coming down the line.
I mean, hey, if you
Because
get
the
in, if you
Millennium
get into
Falcon's only a
Legos,
couple $100.
yeah, well, probably with resale might cross that 1,000. I'm not sure.
Did they stop? I feel like I've seen it in the Lego store in the
Hmm.
mall here. So if it's still being made, I think it's probably like under $1,000. But yeah, if it's only for resale, because the Firehouse, which I don't think fits this, but the Firehouse that you could have bought, was like 300 or 400, and now it's definitely close to 1,000, if not over, on the eBay and the black market, quote
This is what we're
unquote.
talking about.
Yep, $849.99 on Lego's website. So there you go,
Yeah,
couple hundred,
couple hundred.
whatever. I'll wait till a few of those residual checks pile up. Just a
Yeah,
few.
I was gonna save that for good news actually at the very end,
Oh,
or fun story of the week,
damn it!
but it's fine.
I didn't see
Oh,
that in the note, so
I
don't
didn't
go
add it in
telling me
notes.
I
I just
didn't read
added
the.
I added
Well,
it
there
just
you
now
go.
as you were talking.
Okay, perfect.
It was in my head and I just forgot to write it down. But there you go. There's a teaser for everybody there.
And actually, Josh will get in on this because he wants, when he's talking in the chat, he doesn't want
The,
the Nintendo box Lego. He wants something that will get him definitely kicked out of the house too. He
the
wants,
Titanic.
yep, there you go. He wants the Titanic, and he says it has functionality, which is great. But I'm a very dark humor person, and I promise we can focus after this. I want the boat to break in half.
I hope it does actually.
That'd be great.
I
It would
hope
be
it does.
terrible, but it'd be great.
It'd be great. Yeah. Um, cool. Well, you segued it, so we're gonna get on track or get underway, as they say, with
Hmm.
the topics of the week. So, as per usual, we're gonna lead off with last week's releases, and
Hmm.
the four that came to mind that we all were talking about. Well, of course, Last of Us, that was last night. So we're always going to talk about that by default. So Last of Us was
Oh
last
yes.
night. Bad Batch, episode 9. Picard, season 3, episode 2. Poker Face, episode 8. Any of those four stand out to you in a good way or a bad way? Or do you just want to shit on all of
Uh,
them?
well, Last of Us and Picard actually I enjoyed.
Mm.
I'm watching you on my TV to see, but I don't think it's caught up. So, uh,
Yeah.
and I still haven't started Poker Face. I want to because Glass Onion was good.
Yep.
I know. I'm in the same camp as you, but
Yeah.
he's fine if he stays away from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Uh, and actually, did you see Glass Onion?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you catch that she's in it, the woman? So I guess he's making like a shared universe too, a
Oh, I
detective
didn't.
universe or whatever.
Oh, shit. Okay. I got to go back and look at
She's
that.
in. I'm pretty sure it's her, but I feel because it's the same director.
Mm-hmm.
When Daniel Craig is in the bathtub being depressed, and he has the four people on Skype or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's one of them.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So it's a shared universe. Everything's a shared universe these days.
It
I
is.
do want to start it. Like I said, I've just uh, if I'm not what if I wasn't building a Lego, I was binging old Top Gear and old Grand Tour. So I haven't
You were just in the
because
zone. That's what it was.
I was just building it, and then I was just like cars, and then yeah. Uh, by the way, I will totally learn everything I have to if you want to start if you get access to supercars and you want to make that. I don't care. We'll paint Batman emblems on all of them, and I'll take them around a track someplace. I'll do that for us.
I mean,
Uh,
that is the goal. I mean, we've talked about that on the
yeah,
channel before, where like the goal is to have the garage with all the vehicles, and if you want to put supercars in that thing, by all
I mean,
means.
why not?
All we need is
But
a podcast studio, the garage, and then the gym. Just need those three things.
yeah, Josh of us is very amped for me to build a podcast studio. By the way, so
You said Josh of
I guess I
us.
might have to. Josh is very
Oh,
amped.
oh. I was like, did Josh start his own podcast called the Josh
No,
of
no,
Us?
sorry.
You
Even
should though.
even more than usual, I can't breathe, so I'm trying to talk and breathe through my mouth at the same
Same.
time. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I liked. We mentioned in the pre-show. can I say about Last of Us?
No spoilers for yesterday's.
Well, no, not spoilers, but just what we thought of it.
Oh yeah.
It's filler,
Yeah.
but to me, it's 7 episodes in, and now we got a filler episode, so I'm okay with it. And I'm like, a lot's happened. I'm okay with seeing her backstory because we got Joel's obviously in the pilot,
Mm-hmm.
and then Picard. I've binged Picard, so I'm caught up. Season 1 I didn't hate. Season 2 I didn't even pay attention to. I had it on and I would see stuff. And now season 3, the final season, they probably should have just done this as season 2 and ended it.
Mm.
I'm enjoying so far, like, because it's Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's going to bring back the cast that I grew up with. Because I would watch the Next Generation on repeats on Channel 11.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I'm excited about those two. And unfortunately, Bad Batch, just more filler as well, and not what we needed out of that show.
I just got
I want to like
depressed.
that show a
I
lot,
just got
and I
depressed.
do. We've talked about it, but
I just got It Bad Batch, and we'll move on after to this week's releases. But Bad Batch, it's like a sick joke at this point. Like, and it's funny. I on TikTok. By the way, nerd_affiliated is the TikTok. I changed it. On TikTok, I actually got shit for. Oh, and also, I post content on TikTok that doesn't appear sometimes on Instagram and YouTube. So there's that. But I actually got dragged in the comments for trashing last week's episode. And people were like, oh, that's actually not a bad episode. What are you talking about? And I was like, all right, so maybe we just so desire the Crosshair episode and then 7 and 8 again, that anything outside of that we don't want. But I was like, I still feel like a 2-episode arc about the ship being stolen. I was like, why do I need this? I just felt like it was just useless. Absolutely useless.
So it wasn't a bad episode in terms of like it sucked. It's filler.
Right.
I'm not saying it's a bad episode. I'm just saying it's a filler episode. And you and I want to say maybe on a live talked about it. It's just the two different spaces that we're at as fans. We're
Right.
adults and we want the big story. We want to see. We know where it's going. They're going to have some small. I mean, at least I think we know where it's going. And my theory is, obviously, it's them doing stuff that starts the rebellion because that's what Rex is up to. They're going to play, not obviously that they kickstart the whole thing, but like they're playing their part in what will lead to the rebellion.
Yeah.
And we want to see more of that. We want to see what happens with these clones, like, the Crosshair and Cody episode we love. We want more of a story. We want the theme and we want it fleshed out consistently, not like, obviously, like we've gotten, what did you count it at? 3 episodes out of 9 this
Mm-hmm.
season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. It's not that we're saying, excuse me, it's not, at least it's not that I'm saying it's bad. It's just that
Right.
the story needs to pick up already. Like the main story needs to pick up enough side quests.
Yeah.
And they're terrible at everything other than soldiering.
Yeah.
They can't do heists. They can't mine. They
Yeah.
can't be treasure hunters.
Yeah.
Just let them soldier. You
I'm
show us that they're not good for anything else.
I swear to God, outside of an Andor video, which I owe all of you guys, and I still owe your Last Ronin video, on the list is a video about the success rate of Clone Force 99. Like, it's like one out of like 30 is the success rate.
Yeah.
So,
Well, because it's funny, because I mean, they do it all the time, and I can't think of any other examples, but like, oh, they're the baddest, blah, 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 blah. And then when you see them, they get chumped all the time.
yeah.
Somebody in the comments, Sal, you probably know, you have examples because your brain actually works, I'm sure. But you know what I mean, right? Like, we're going to bring in this guy, he's the toughest guy we got, la, 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 la. And then, Rocky knocks out Drago because he trained in the snow and ran up a mountain. Okay.
I was actually thinking when you said that was Snatch, when they go out with the boxer so they can get the trailer, and then they see Brad Pitt and they're like, pfft.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt just knocks him out.
One punch man.
And then what's his name? Tommy's like, I like the movies that have the voiceovers like that. And
Yeah.
then Jason Statham's voiceover. He knows if he doesn't wake up soon, he's gonna be buried out there.
Yeah. Proper fucked.
Proper fucked. And I
Yeah.
love that Statham keeps saying like, "What are you waiting for? The Germans."
Yeah.
Oh, 90s movies or early 2000s that might be.
Top. I was gonna say top 5, but my top 5 keeps changing. So safe
Yeah,
bet I'll say top 10 movie.
Definitely a top 10. It does keep rotating because it depends on the day.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna go right into what to watch, what's coming up this week, and it's pretty much the same things that we were just talking about. Hope Anthony was pouring coffee and not peeing because one could go into the other.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Definitely more coffee.
Yeah. But the big one this week that's dropping, of course, Darcy and Stacy. But for the rest of you, The Mandalorian comes out this week too. So Mandalorian finally premieres on Wednesday. We're getting a double dose of Star Wars. What'd you say?
I laugh. You're like, oh, for the rest of you.
Yeah.
like you're not in the anxiously awaiting Mandalorian camp.
I mean, if you were asking me what am I more excited for, Mandalorian or Darcy and Stacy, I'd have to think about it for a second.
Fair enough.
I know. I may have just fired myself, but
maybe. Can we get a vote of no confidence?
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way. I know in YouTube Studio I can do a poll, but I don't think I could do it in Ecamm. I got to find out a way to do it. But let me know in the comments. Are you guys more interested in Darcy and Stacy or The Mandalorian? Just saying. But anyway, Mandalorian season 3, episode 1 drops this week, and it. Oh yeah, Aaron, go for it. Stream for Mandalorian. Yes. Everybody follow Nerdgenic. Aaron Waller does a lot of live streams. Lots of videos. I learn all my stuff from Aaron Waller, really. So
yeah,
it's Aaron Waller.
I'll be there.
Yeah, the live streams.
And Sal, stop screaming. That'll raise your heart rate.
Yes, don't need that.
Lowercase.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, safe to assume we're all pumped for The Mandalorian. Yeah. I kind of, if they don't do all of it on Mandalore or have some sort of fight for the throne on Mandalore, I may be disappointed unless they come out with something else. But I really want to see some like Mando on Mando action going on. That's what I'm looking for here.
I feel like we're going to get that. I'm trying to keep my expectations in check just because I am a little hurt from the last helmet-clad Star Wars show we got.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, I'm sorry, this is episode 4 of Mandalorian season 3 because he had 2 or 3 episodes of Boba Fett that he just stole.
Right.
But yeah, I think I'm actually not most excited, but I am excited for the Easter eggs because like spoilers for Clone Wars, like Maul and Tano have a fight in the throne room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming, and like it seems like the fall of Mandalore happens pretty quickly after this, because that's the end of the war. Order 66 happens. I want to see like lightsaber burn marks. I want there's a thing where Ahsoka chucks him through a window. I want to see that window broken out, and I want to see his blade going through the window like he got in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of for some reason I'm oddly excited for like little Easter eggs like that, but I'm just also hoping. I don't want to see. I'm sorry to say it. I don't want to see Mando. I don't want to see Luke or Ahsoka this season.
Interesting.
I mean, Ahsoka maybe, but not Luke. And this will take us down a ramble, so I'll shut up after this. But they're clearly setting up that trilogy, and I'm not happy, and I don't want to see him.
Yeah,
I'm mad at him.
I feel you. My one of the guys that works for me, he solely wants a redo of the sequel trilogy, and I was telling him I don't think they would go as far as doing that because his thing is I just want them to do Luke right. Like I think we all deserve a good Luke Skywalker story, and I said instead of doing the a redo of the trilogy, which whatever at this point. They could just do filler between now and then. Just do another trilogy with
Yeah.
him. Maybe go into more detail. Use Mark Hamill, like use old man Mark Hamill, as just showing that there's more to that story than just I thought he was evil. Like
Yeah.
recast Kylo if you want. I don't care, but maybe go down
I mean,
that route.
I'm good with that too because I don't think, as much as I want it, I'm with your friend. I don't think they're gonna ever they're not
Yeah,
gonna wipe out that from continuity.
yeah.
It's not,
They have a
you
whole
know,
theme park on it.
they have a theme park built on it. It's millions and millions of dollars that they spent and made, regardless, because we just win anyway.
Yeah,
But I'll disagree with you. Don't make the. I don't want to see the entire show. The CGI old Luke Skywalker. It's good when he's like a guest star or something,
mm-hmm.
and definitely have Mark Hamill involved somehow. But we've said it for years at this point, and other people have said it. Bring in Sebastian Stan as young Luke, and
Yeah,
like you said, recast. You can make it. You can. It's only a few years after the fall, so if it's set in this time period, Kylo's even younger. You know, bring him in. Bring in McGregor's back. Bring him in as Force Ghost Obi-Wan. To and Force Ghost Yoda and Force Ghost Anakin to kind of
mm-hmm.
like chit chat with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I think that would be. I'm with you. I think that's our only hope. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But unfortunately, wiping out the movies and is not going to happen at this point. Because I mean, we lost Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Even if they did that, how do you do a new sequel trilogy without Princess Leia?
No, for sure. Sorry, guys. I'm having some tech issues for some odd reason, but I think I'm back.
All part of the charm.
All part of the charm. Yeah.
And
No,
real
it's
quick to the
that's
chat, I want a Grogu helmet also, and I
yeah,
am excited for the Ahsoka show, Sal. It's
yeah,
just let Mando be Mando.
yeah,
Enough for the the only laser sword should be the dark saber.
yeah. Or if there's like somehow some Inquisitor still floating around, I'm down with that. But like you said, we could.
Okay.
Uh, was it?
No, I said okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, we could go on for ages on Mandalorian. So we'll go on. we'll talk
Yeah,
about it next week for sure. I'm sure next week that's going to probably, if I had to guess, dominate the entire show. But
yeah.
we'll
And then the week in 2 weeks,
mm-hmm.
I'm jumping ahead. In next week, this week is Mando. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have 2 weeks before Superman and Lois, which I
Oh
know
right.
uh, I'm hoping will be good. And nobody gives a shit about Gotham Knights, so fuck that show.
Yeah, we still need somebody to watch that for us.
Do we?
Yeah, we got to know. We just have to know. All right,
I'll
so
do it, but I'll be drunk when I do it.
hey, there you go. There's some content right there. So we're gonna fly into nerd news, and just because we're running low on time, I think we'll breeze through nerd news because it's going to transition into box office. So the first thing,
Sorry about that.
no, you're good. First thing I just want to point out, outside of the bots all in his comments here, Vin Diesel hinting at, and I think it's already, we know it's coming, Chronicles of Riddick 4. Is that something you're excited for or no?
Not really. The first Pitch Black was good. The second one couldn't. I haven't even seen it in so long. And then the third one was kind of a redo, obviously, of Pitch Black.
Right.
It's like, all right, I'm sorry. Like, I get why they're trying to do it because money, but you shot your shot and you hit your bullseye with the first one. It's leave it alone.
Yeah.
Maybe in other mediums, do a comic or something, or a cartoon,
I think he did.
maybe.
I feel
Oh,
like there
well, then
was a
never mind.
cartoon.
But I'm just saying, like, on the big screen, I mean, if it actually gets a theatrical release, I'd be shocked. But like another movie, unless you're going to do it straight to streaming where, the numbers maybe don't matter as much,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking forward to it. And I'm definitely not going to go pay for it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree.
That's my hot take.
The next thing that I think I think your hot take there, quote unquote, because I think a lot of us agree with it, is going to be the same for this next bit of news of I Am Legend 2. And allegedly, you see it in the headline there, it's going to follow the alternate ending of the movie, and Michael B. Jordan's going to be in it. I could care less about this. I don't want it at all.
Yeah, and the alternate ending is obviously where Smith survived too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't give a shit. The movie was. I don't really remember my feelings when I saw it. Now it's just like another end of the world zombie movie. Whatever. Yeah. Leave these. You have to. There have figure out something. And I mean, Star Wars and Batman, and obviously that's nothing new. But like, somebody has to have an imagination left to make something new. Like, why are we making a sequel to? How old is this movie? Was it in the early 2000s or was it in the 2010s? Like, why are we doing a sequel to a movie that's at least 10 years old? And you can't even reference. Maybe you can reference it, but you can't flash back. You can't have the original star as like a 10-year-older version of the character.
Yeah.
I don't see why. And again, it's like the field is so saturated with this type of movie now. Now, granted, The Last of Us is the same thing, but that's good, and it's based on a video game, and it's something new. That's the key thing. It's something new. We haven't seen it in this medium, but same thing. I'll see it on HBO or wherever when it comes out. But
I probably should have held those for going into box office, because I think it comes down to that. Like at this point, the only things getting people into theaters are shock value, as we'll see with number two movie of the weekend, and big CGI spectacles like Marvel movies and Top Gun. Which, well, Top Gun didn't have CGI, but a hell of a lot of money went into Top Gun. Avatar is what I was thinking of.
To be fair, it had some CGI.
Yeah, but not to the extent of what normally does well in theaters.
Yeah.
In the current day and age. Yeah, old school, yeah, but not currently. But in the realm of superheroes, the last bit of nerd news, something that I just discovered that apparently was revealed last year that I found this year. And again, TikTok loved this one because I got a good amount of views and follows off of that. And if any of you are watching that came over from TikTok, let me know in the comments, even in the replay. I'm interested to see. But 1/6 scale Batwing from Jazz Inc. dioramas. I mean, your Legos are cool. My figures are cool. But holy shit.
That's That's crazy.
Yeah. Fits them in there and everything.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, I've never been sadder that you're poor either.
Yeah. Yeah. It needs to go in the warehouse.
Yeah.
But this company also, I found out, they do other stuff as well. So you have the Forever vehicle coming out.
Mm.
You didn't the Forever vehicle?
Well, so I'll say, if they lost the neon and that extra center fin, and lose the bat, something about the wheels bug me too. I mean, obviously because it's the emblem, but like, it's not a bad basic concept car. Lose the neon and lose that extra center fin, and we can start talking. But yeah, like, look at those wheels. That's way too far out there. You're gonna hit a pothole and it's gonna break, and the Joker gets away again.
Fair. But they do lots of other things. I mean, it's one of those, I had never heard of this company. And
yeah, please don't send me this website. I can't do it.
This one's in stock. It's not even pre-order.
And that's only a couple hundred.
This is 1/6 scale. Oh, okay, that's why it's more affordable. So this is for like your actual like 6-inch figures. Well, in the case of DC, they're all 7-inch figures. But I mean, unless anybody disagrees, I think the first Batmobile that actually seemed practical was the Dark Knight ones. Everything else, yeah, pothole and a 90-degree turn, screws you unless you got your grapple launcher to help you with the turn.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Christian Bale one is the first one that actually meets that would uh, hold up. Because like the Michael Keaton's, it was like his suit, and like you scratch it, and then you gotta like buff it out, and well, I mean they destroyed his suit, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, you scratch that thing, that's it. You gotta buff it out. You gotta make it. You have to make it look pristine, and it literally, Christian Bale's literally holds up because you know the story. Somebody freaked out seeing it on whatever that street is in Chicago that it was on and crashed into the damn thing, and they were like, "Oh, it's okay. It actually goes 100 plus miles an hour."
Yeah.
Like although I will say real quick, I know, but I was like, I was a total mark because I thought that I the set that they built, the cockpit that you see him, Batman and Rachel and Gordon and everything driving around in,
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was, I was like, wow, they did everything so real. I was like, damn, that's the actual car. No, it's not the actual car. The actual
Right.
car is just like two race seats and an actual steering wheel. And
Yeah.
when I saw that, I'm like, whatever behind the scenes, I saw that and I was like, oh wow, I'm a mark. I'm totally.
But it was dope. I mean, even I've been bombing you guys with sideshow figures that I
Yeah.
want to buy. Hang on, let me pull up this last one. Sorry for we're going into OT today, everybody.
Yep.
I'm sure you
We
don't
got to
mind.
do the box office.
Yeah.
Uh,
But like, even though they're not my favorite Batman movies, there's only one of them in there that I actually really, really like, which could be a whole ramble in itself. But the suit and the vehicles and the weapons and the look are just top tier.
yeah.
Just top tier.
No, they're great. And I'm seriously, I don't know if it's still an option. I really might order the Build a series from McFarlane. I know it's different
Mm.
brands, but just since we're talking about it,
It's a good one. It's a good wave.
yeah. Sal in the chat, the '89 car is perfect, but you can't make a hard right unless you like Steve said, unless you grapple a light pole,
Yeah.
and you know,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So we're gonna roll into the final segment. Again, it's gonna kind of roll from news into box office, similar to last week actually. Um, Ant-Man,
yes.
Ant-Man, Ant-Man, Ant-Man. So last week, it debuted, and on the weekend pulled in 32.2 million. So it had a significant drop from the first
Yeah.
week, which, I mean, that's every Marvel movie. They all have a drop off. Even Spider-Man somehow had a drop off. I just love the fact that Cocaine Bear almost got it.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see either of these?
I haven't yet. Uh, I honestly might spend the money and see Cocaine Bear in theaters too. It looks
Yeah.
ridiculous. Uh, but yeah, like you said, I mean, I mean, it's a huge drop off, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's also like I'm not trying to be a dick. It's Ant-Man. I understand it's launching Phase 5, but nobody knows that but us, you know.
Yeah.
And again, like to your statement, theaters are dying. They're just so expensive, you know. And last week was spring break or winter break, so
Mm-hmm.
that's probably part of the drop off. But you know, between the price, between the break, between spoilers, and also Disney Plus, you know, it's coming out sooner or later on Disney Plus, and you can get the spoilers and be caught up on what happened in the meantime, and then you can sit like, look at me, I knew what happened in Black Panther, and then uh, last week or 2 weeks ago when I couldn't sleep at night, I finally watched Black Panther at like 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you know, it sucked, and I'm not saying I hope it's a movie, but it's an Ant-Man movie. You
Yeah.
know, again, it launches Phase 5, but at the heart of it, it's still an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like that has the draw power that if you know if it was Spider-Man or any of the other major heroes would have drawn. So
Yeah.
doesn't really shock me that much, I guess.
I actually just to skip to a comment here. Part of my issue is also the time consumption. Like going to the theater, even though it's a 2-hour movie, that's minimum 4 hours of your day, unless the theater's across the
Oh
street from
yeah,
your house. So it's
yeah.
and on a day off, it's like, do you
It,
really want to dedicate that time to it? But
well, yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, to put things in perspective as far as the release goes, so it pulled in 32 million this weekend. I wanted to show what this pulled opening weekend versus its some of the other movies that came out, and I feel like I actually got the number wrong. Let's see. Oh yeah, so 106 million opening weekend. Looking at some of the other movies, Thor, or sorry, Eternals was 71 million, Spider-Man 260, Thor 144, Black Panther 181, and then this one 106. So it's almost like we did this. Like Spider-Man really pulled it up. Thor was a low point. Black Panther got us starting again, and then right back down.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Eternals only made 71 million in the opening weekend.
Yep.
Was that when was that released? That was like still kind
2001.
of pandemic issues, right?
Um,
I guess 2000, well,
no.
2021, yeah.
Let's see.
Stuff would
Opening
have just
weekend.
been reopening then, so
Yeah. Not enough to pull people into theaters. But like,
yeah, I
really,
still
do you
haven't
think that
watched
was
it.
it? Really?
I I haven't even watched the Ten Rings. I still haven't
Oh,
watched
Shang-Chi,
that.
yeah.
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 Yeah, you
Um,
guys didn't sell me on it and I just never bothered going back to it.
yeah. All right, so Kenobi here says, I thought King the Conqueror, if that's really him, was done away with too easy. Didn't really care for the change that there is a Star Wars universe in the quantum realm when all previous movies never touched on it. That's what I heard. I heard
Mm.
that it's more of a Star Wars feel than it does a Marvel feel.
Oh.
So, yeah. I mean, I'll see it at some point just because. But it's going to really, I've really got to have nothing else to do. Or if you guys end up seeing it and I have to edit your reviews, then I'll probably, go
Yeah.
at nighttime to see it or something, just to see. But my friend actually said she didn't mind the movie. She was like, all
Yeah.
things considered, not the worst. She doesn't think it deserves the ranking that it has, where it's like bottom tier next to Eternals. I don't think Eternals deserves bottom tier, being honest. But
Hmm.
I hear that because I've been avoiding spoilers. I'm happy to say I've avoided spoilers. I'm hearing that there is some sort of ties with Eternals in this one. So if you're going to be home anyway, I think you should watch Eternals. It's not, like I said, I don't think it's the worst Marvel movie by far. It just doesn't fit into anything. And the final segment, the way that things happen, much like WandaVision, much like Doctor Strange, I'm like, how are no other heroes showing up to this shit? Like, this is fucking crazy. So,
And because I've spoken with you, I know what you mean, but I won't say it out loud.
just in case.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right. And actually, I already know probably how I'm going to end up seeing Antman. I'll
Mhm.
probably go back to work. I'll probably have a night tour, that following day off, and the following night and then day I'll have to work. So that morning, afternoon period, I'll probably there's a movie theater not too far from where I work, uh, which is how I saw Top Gun between
Oh,
tours.
got it.
So, and that was a very happy day for me.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to be as happy,
Yeah.
but
I don't think anybody did. I'll be
I
honest. I don't think
mean,
anybody did.
going back to that. That was funny because I know, like, I see people walking in. It's pretty much empty theater. It's me, an older couple, and then like a couple of people scattered towards the front, which I don't understand people who sit in the front of the theater, but that's another story. And then like we're all me and the guy of the older couple, we're like close to each other, but like opposite ends of the aisle. We're cheering at the same parts. We're laughing at the same parts. That was nice. That was nice to have that movie going experience again. You know. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen, but we'll see.
Aaron Waller probably with the comment of the day: Shang-Chi's better Dragon Ball movie than Evolution. I think that's a good review of it.
Fair enough.
And actually,
I defer to Aaron.
He's not wrong here. Only watch the last 10, 20 minutes of Eternals. You could probably get away with that.
Yeah, but I'm, again, OCD, so I'll have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I feel you. Cool. So I still haven't made a video thing for it, but feel good story of the week, feel good story of the weekend, all things combined. We finally, Anthony alluded to it earlier on the residual side, 5 years later, we finally got our first YouTube paycheck. We're officially employees. So again, thank all of you.
Give yourself the applause.
Yeah. We made it.
It's all you, so.
Mama, we made it. It's not all me. It's a whole team effort, but we made it. We got monetized this past was it this year technically? It was ending.
You said end of December, so
yeah, give or take. We hit that monetization threshold, and we finally got our first payout. So again, thank you all. It makes it more real. Like I think once we hit that mark where they finally paid us, not only did we go Hollywood, but it just made it more real. It made it all seem more tangible, and I hope that all of you can feel that same way by us hitting it, knowing that you guys can all hit it as well. So can't say thank you enough. And we'll keep making the shows, keep making the content, keep doing the live streams, and Anthony will keep building those Legos.
And I'll record it next time.
Yeah. Any last words on your part before we call it a day?
No, I can't. Rambling with Anthony, Hey Archer Live on Thursdays, Nerdy Coffee. I think this week I'm going to finally start. I don't know what, but we're going to do something this week. Finally, I think I'm recovered enough to do that. Finally, clearly, because I'm here, but going to get back into the swing of things in this and many other senses. I have to actually start closing my rings again on my watch, which has been many days of not doing that. But yeah, no, that's why I said it's all you right now. You're the one. You are nerd affiliated, so it's all you.
Again, team effort.
Not more so week, than you. You got two guys on medical leave, all right? And we don't even get paid for medical leave. So basically, we're just furloughed? I don't know.
Well, so just even to give a lot of you some backstory as to what happens, like there's a lot of conversation that happens even in like our group chats where it's like, oh, did you hear about this? Did you see this? Like, what do you think about that? So a lot of the brainstorming comes from the group. So it's not just, I may be the sole editor and consistent on-screen person, but there is a lot of brainstorming and a lot of, what do you think of this idea? What do you think of that? That goes on. So there you go. And to Josh's point, maybe we will make a small mini plaque to put up. We'll do it out of cardboard. And then eventually we can work our way to the actual, like, I don't know if it's metal or not, but the silver play button when we hit 1 million.
I feel like that's metal from the people I've seen talk about when they get it. It looks heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe it's just cheap aluminum. We'll find out one day.
It'll be in the garage next to the Ecto 1.
In the garage. Yeah. Yes. We're going to need a lot of lifts.
We are going to need a lot of lifts, yeah. The key to success there is going to be that we need to also work on other people's vehicles in the garage to get that garage money. So that's part of it. As Anthony said, Nerdy Coffee every Monday here on Nerd Affiliated, 9 a.m. Eastern. We try to go 30 minutes, but you knew what was going to happen. When Anthony's on the show, we ramble. That's the name of the game. So there it is. Nerdy Coffee every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Hey Archer Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. And then other random videos and shorts, clips, all that stuff here on the channel. But also make sure you check out the TikTok, of course. Check out our Instagram. We also do content over there respectively. If you want to help keep us moving on our way to a garage, join the channel memberships, hit the super chats, like, comment, subscribe. We'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. We're out of here.